Good evening, Agile acquisition enthusiasts, and welcome back to the Underground Digital Tiki Bar. It's Friday night, and that means it's time for another episode of Agile Acquisitions and Alcohol. So cheers. So tonight's episode, I want to talk about a topic that comes up quite a bit for me, and that is, how should people trying to sell to the government spend their time? Well, I'll start with what I always say. Do not spend your time or your resources contacting contracting officers, sending them your bios. Even a canned email to a contracting officer about your company is a waste of time. Quite frankly, contracting officers do not have money. They don't have the ability to determine requirements, and they don't have the ability to pick vendors based on their understanding of a vendor's capability. That's just not what they do. Contracting officers receive requirements from a program office. They go through the requirements of the federal acquisition regulations, which involve market research, determining the available marketplace, and then posting requirements under FAR Part 5. And that is what they do. They just simply don't have the ability to pick you, no matter how great you sound in an email or a face-to-face conversation or a phone call. So quite frankly, save the time, save the value-added resource investment time. Just pick more strategic allocations. So does that mean you shouldn't spend any time talking to government individuals? Absolutely not. If you have a great product or service, then talking to individuals who have access to budget and strategic program decisions and letting them know that you have a capability, absolutely worth your time. Does that mean that strolling the halls of a government agency that you have access to is the way to do it? I personally don't think so. I've heard mixed opinions on that. I've never personally, in all my years of experience, come across a requirement that has been awarded based on somebody having been in the right place at the right time in a government building. That doesn't mean there aren't other occasions where you can't get in front of the right people and let them know about a strategic capability that you offer. Just understand that unless you truly have a unique capability that doesn't exist otherwise in the marketplace, that what you're basically doing is offering up a requirement for that office to compete. And, maybe that's okay. I mean, if you feel you're the most competitive person in that environment or capability in that environment, then great. Let the cards fall as they do. But if you're otherwise looking for a strategic, straight-in, award-to-me option, that again is probably not the way it's going to happen. If you're going to approach an individual or office for a particular solution, you have to come to them with a capability and an avenue for them to award to you. That avenue can take a lot of different flavors. I mean, of course, there's FAR 6.302-1, only one responsible source. Kind of leads back to the previous point. If you can help them make that justification that you're the only vendor or product that is capable of fulfilling their requirement, that can go a long way, but it's a difficult case to make. But certainly having a pre-canned position and understanding of the threshold that the government has to meet in that determination and helping them reach that is a great way to do it. Otherwise, having strategic partnerships that allow the government to access you, whether they be existing government-wide acquisition contracts or GWACs or federal supply schedules or other vehicles or SBA set-aside arrangements such as joint ventures or partnerships. Those are all avenues that could be pursued based on your particular circumstance. But the important thing is use your time wisely, especially if you're a small business. You have very limited resources and you need to invest them properly and efficiently. And knowing where you can get the biggest return on your investment is absolutely critical. So this is just my 2 cents on where and how to engage with the government. Of course, this is sort of the top layer of the onion. You can go a lot deeper with this. If you have questions about this, by all means, reach out to me, agileac@gmail.com. I'm happy to discuss this, or you can reach me on my LinkedIn profile. Otherwise, if you're interested in these videos, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. if you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. And until next time, cheers.